Today's video is going to be a comparison between the English and the Japanese voice acting for Spirited Away and why I prefer the Japanese version. First off, I find that the Japanese voices match the look of each of the characters a lot more, especially for Chihiro and her family. When I watch it, their voices sit well with me as I watch their characters, and that actually draws me into the film a lot more. My second reason is that when we first meet Haku, I feel like he's a lot more sincere sounding when he's talking to Chihiro, when he's giving her food so that she won't disappear in their world, and when he's telling her where to find Kamaji so that she can get work. I feel like he cares a lot more for her, and that makes it easier for us to believe that they've met somewhere before in their childhood. I also feel like this makes us more attached to him, and like we want to see Haku a lot more, and that we can actually trust his character, despite like the good contrast between like going from nice Haku to work Haku. The third reason is a smaller one, but it actually makes quite a big difference to me, is that in the Japanese version, when Chihiro is running down the stairs when she trips on her way to find Kamaji, her screams sound a lot more realistic and a lot less annoying. 4. When we meet Kamaji, his voice sounds a lot more aggressive when he's speaking to Chihiro, which I think works really well in the scene where she's trying to get work from him and he keeps pushing her away like, no, you can't work here, there's no work for you, I have all the soot that I need, go talk to somebody else if you want a freaking job, I ain't the guy you need to talk to. However, his voice doesn't change that much in the scenes where he's supposed to be more jokey, friendly, and like sincere with Chihiro and the other characters. It makes him seem a lot less friendly. So I like in the English version that we can see like a friendly side to Kamaji. The sixth thing that I liked a lot more about the Japanese voice acting for this film is that Lynn doesn't sound apathetic when she's interacting with her co-workers, that she doesn't sound robotic and completely emotionless. Number 7, or 8, or maybe 6. I don't really know. I forgot where I was within the time between the camera stopping and setting up the light, which just blinded me. Ow. Ugh. Whatever number we're on, when I was a kid, like many children were, I was taught to have this typical image in my head of what a Wicked Witch would be like. And I found that the voice for Yubaba in the Japanese version worked really well to fit in my head as how I would imagine a Wicked Witch to sound like, making her sound a lot more sinister and intimidating. I can imagine if I was a child watching the Japanese version, I would have been a lot more afraid of her character and actually seen her as a real threat to Chihiro, whereas in the English version she just sounds slightly menacing. If that. She doesn't sound that evil, to be honest. And my last point, whatever number it is, this one is actually for the English version. I found that in the scene when Haku tells Chihiro to go meet him so that he can show her her parents, who are now turned into pigs, when she's shouting at them saying like, don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of this situation and everything's gonna be okay. I found that that scene actually worked a lot better in English because she sounds a lot more worried about her parents and though she really misses them. Whereas in the Japanese version she doesn't sound any different to when she's talking to any of the other characters in most scenes. So yeah, overall I prefer the Japanese version a lot better, but there are some scenes which work a lot better with the English version. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, because I'm gonna be making a lot more films like this. They're not films, these are videos! Gonna be making a lot more videos like this. Bye! Hi. So today's video is going to be la 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 la.